Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. I did not trade on Monday because here in the States it's a holiday. So there was no volume in the market, but I'm still going to go over a few things for Monday. So let's just get straight into it. Let me throw the replay up. So here's Monday, 6/19/2023. If we mark out our high and low and play out price. Okay, we notice that the low is taken out, right? So even though there's no volume in the market, at this point, you would look for this area to be broken, right? To be your change of character, which it does. And now, where's the pullback? Let's take our fib, mark up our fib. Our optimal trade entry would be at the 61.8 long position. Right around there. Now I had this trade marked up yesterday, but there was no volume. You can see that the stop loss is what is that, 60 pips, so that'd be like 6 points. It's nothing. It's barely anything. So I marked it up. I actually set a buy limit, but spread never let me get tagged in. So here's where the trade should have been triggered, but because of spread, I wasn't able to get in on this trade yesterday. But let's just play it out. Now the reason why, and that was should have been like full TP. Yeah. The reason why I guess it wouldn't be a good thing to trade this trade is just the fact that sheer stop loss means for me to risk the 1% or the 2%. The the lot size has to be massive, right? When I tested it out, the lot size was, I believe, 150 pips. I mean, I'm sorry, 150 lots, which is really big, right? And normal brokers or like a KOT, that would be 1.5 lots. So just the sheer fact that that lot size was so huge and the stop loss was so small, I really wasn't upset that I didn't get tagged in, but I was happy that the fact that the the strategy itself still played out, right? So that was Monday. Didn't get to trade, but the strategy did play out. Now let's come to today. Today I was excited to trade again, but unfortunately life happened. My wife's pregnant, and she called me and said, I'm having contractions. So I had to rush home. But during that whole phone call, I was actually in a trade. So I want to mark that up and go over it with you guys. You okay? It's my wife. She's still having pains. So maybe you guys could see a baby birth on YouTube having. What do you think, Beth? She's not having it. All right, so replay. You need anything? So I'll just use these. That's the high. That's the low. And here we go to this morning. So this is today, Tuesday's trades. 8:30, playing price out. Price comes up, takes out liquidity again, and we have a nice drop with displacement. So as you can see, it took out this low, almost took out this low. At this point, I set my trade up for this fair value gap. I kept my stops. I gave it some breathing room. I've noticed that I have to give it some space just because of the spread. And this is all a learning process for me, right? So one thing I noticed today was I let my emotions get the best of me on one of my accounts, which is the one that I am this close to passing. So as a spoiler alert, I didn't pass today, phase one, but I will pass. I'm gonna be positive about this. So here's the trade setup, right? So we're waiting to get tagged in, which we do. I got tagged in. And you saw how close we got. Typically, if I would have kept my stop here, I would have been stopped out. So letting the trade play out and getting so close to 930, I noticed that FTMO spread increases, right? So two things happen. The account that I'm taking the trade on was great. The account that it was copied to, which is the account I'm risking 2%, because I'm assuming that the lot size was larger and they're trying to emulate actual fills. It just either it filled later, or the slippage between the time that the one account sends out, okay, buy or sell, to the point where the other account executes was an issue. So at this very moment is when I got the phone call from my wife. So I decided to hop out of the trade at somewhere around the 1-to-1. It didn't even get to a 1-to-1, but the fact that the spread and the slippage, the fact that the slippage was so different between my other account, what I ended up making on this one account was only $1,000. I thought it was going to be around $2,000, which would have pushed me over or close to being passing. But unfortunately, I was only able to close out $1,000, which would be 1% on the account today. So here's the trade. Let's bring it all the way down to 1-to-2, 2-to-1, play it out. And full TP. I was afraid of this. Like this happening. Volume coming in. I'm new to this. And not new to trading, but new to taking. Like I wouldn't have traded my anything so close to 930 before, right? Even though I've back tested it and I've seen it that it's been more profitable than not, but I've also seen that sometimes with a lot of volume, it'll hit my stop loss, but instead of losing the 1%, I might lose 2% just because of the sheer volume in the market. So I was a little, since I'm so close to passing, I was worried, right? So I unfortunately let my emotions get the best of me, and I'm gonna try to take care of that, because honestly, I feel like I'm letting people down when I don't do what I say I'm supposed to do. So it's all a learning process, as we learn from our mistakes. And that's pretty much it. That was the trade for today. I came home, take care of my wife, and be there. Hopefully, we don't have to go to the hospital because my daughter's not here right now. But as playing the rest of the day out, the low got taken out. And I just wanted to go over that as well. This was a trade that unfortunately I wasn't able to take because I wasn't on the chart until now. So playing out the low The low is taken out. So we're waiting for the same thing, a market structure shift, and then we're going to get in either on a fair value gap or OTE. Here's your market structure shift, right? You guys, I've marked up a similar trade like this before in the last, I believe it was last week. If you drop this down to a 30-second chart, you'll see that it's a solid market structure shift, right? Going back to the minute chart. Let's split this out. Right there. Taking the low to the high. There's a pullback. We're going to set up our buy. Stops underneath the low. Targeting 1 to 2. Tagged in. Full TP. All right. And that's current price. This was full TP. So that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get in on this trade, but it's okay. It is a learning process, and I am determined. So let's go over. Let's see. We'll do this. Take a look at my FTMOs. So here we are sitting at 108,800. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to lower risk on this account instead of risking 2%. There's no real reason for me to risk 2%. If my next trade hits 1%, will be more than enough to pass the account, right? So right now I am $1,200 away from passing the account. If a 1% trade hits full TP, I end up making $1,500. So I don't think I'm going to risk 2% anymore on this account since we're so close to passing. I'm going to lower risk to 1%, take the trade, and hopefully that next trade we win, right? So that's that account. If we go, let's go back. Oh, sorry. And then the account that I'm trading 1% risk is sitting at 5% profit, right? My consistency score, not bad. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. So that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, I was only able to lock in $1,000 today on my 2% account, and my 1% account went full TP. That's pretty much it, guys. I will see you guys here tomorrow.